Okay, just a quick follow-up. Here's what I want to show you right here. A lot of people do. Now this was a fat. This, like I said, this yearling was pretty fat. If you see my other video about deboning, you'll see that she was pretty young. Well, this is fat right here along the tenderloin. And what I'm doing is just taking my knife. This would probably pull off. It's just fat. It's no good. Deer fat is not good. Once again, I'm warning you. The biggest mistake I see a lot of people do with venison or wild game is try to treat it like beef. It's not beef. It doesn't have the fat content beef does. The fat of the animal doesn't taste good. So, but here is most people think when they get that layer of fat off, they're good. They'll just slice it up into, and it's not. This stuff here will make it tough, and it also has a gamey flavor. So just take this silver skin. Like I say, a fillet knife works better, but I've just sharpened my chef knife here, and just slice it off. You're going to lose maybe a little bit of meat, but that's okay, because the quality you end up with will be much better. And just like I said, just trim it off. You don't want it on there. Give it to your dog, give it to your cat, give it to your neighbor's dog. I don't care what you do with it. Throw it in the trash if you want to. But dogs do love this stuff. So my ex-wife, we had a 4-pound Yorkie, and it still comes over sometimes with my daughter, and oh, they say, oh, he's got such a sensitive stomach. You got to be careful what you feed him. Oh, yeah, right. He's a dog. And he loves raw meat, and he loves deer killing time, because he comes in the kitchen and he knows he can have any of this stuff he wants. Now I do have to be careful not to feed him too much. I mean, he is only 4 pounds, so it doesn't take much, because that little rascal doesn't know when to stop eating. So anyway, there you go. Just should have went out and got my fillet knife, but I'm still making very thin cuts of this stuff. And when I get done, it will be all off, and you'll have the best, some of the best game animals. Now, I'm pretty partial to moose and other critters, so I'm not going to say that this venison is the off this young whitetail doe is the best, but it's certainly right up there. And you just make the real thin cuts. See right through that. Like I said, it helps have a sharp knife. Fillet knives work better, but a good sharp chef knife will make those thin cuts as well. I guess one of these days I need to do a sharpening video. And pretty much have it. You got a little bit back here. I'm going to separate these. These are actually two muscle groups as well. You can see how that's, I hope it gets getting all on camera. Of course, if it's not, you'll never see this. So, and I'll still look like a genius. No, just joking. And just what I'll do is, I'm going to do that right there is hamburger. I'll finish getting. That's another tip about the hamburger. Some people just leave all the sinew and the silver skin on and stuff like that. Your hamburger, your sausage, will be only as good as the meat you put into it. Don't put crap in your hamburger pile, and then complain when your hamburger, putting stuff like that in there. Don't complain when your sausage and your hamburger turns out crap, because you put crap in it. Put I've only put the very best meats. It may be little pieces, and it takes a while to do this. A lot of people don't like to do it, and so they have to pay somebody to. I don't mind. I figure if I'm going to the trouble to hunt, make a good shot, and to kill the animal, then I'm going to make the time to put her up right. So anyway, that's what I was wanting to show you. Get the silver skin. Now see, this comes off the shank. This is some tough stuff. You can't eat a shank. Well, unless you grind it. Funny story. I showed my buddy first time how to do this, and so I cut the meat off the shank. He said, "Oh, cut those up into steaks." I said, you can't eat this stuff. It's even after we cut the silver skin off, it's going to be too tough. Oh, I tenderize it. He says, I beat it with a hammer. Oh, it'll turn out so tender. I said, no, it won't. It's a shank. It's a muscle that's used all the time. And get that little piece of skin off. And it's going to be tough. No. So we did. I cut them up in steaks. Well, the next day, I said, you want these steaks? He goes, nah. No, that's okay. Those things are really tough. He goes, I beat them and I beat them and I beat them with that hammer, tenderizing hammer. And he goes, they still turned out tough. I said, I told you, they're shanks. They turn out, that's what they do. They turn out tough. So, but the best thing to do with, got a little dark meat right here. I don't know if it's a bruise or what. I'm going to cut it out. There again, your final product is only as good as what you put into it. This is tenderloin and it will be steaks, by the way. So, you know, he learned a lesson there. The shank is good meat for hamburger. I grind mine twice. I grind mine coarse, and then I come back and grind it thin. I use it in sausages and as well as hamburgers. So there you have it. Take the extra time to get all this silver skin off, or you'll regret it. Don't think you're going to put it in your grinder and your grinder will chew this up unless you have an industrial grinder with sharp cutters. Because what this will do is start wrapping around your if you got even the minute, dullest cutters that start wrapping around it, and pretty soon you have a mess, and your grinder's not going to cut, and then you'll be really upset when you start trying to clean those cutters with all this sinew silver skin wrapped around it. So there you go, tip of the day, and just another little thing for cutting up your animal. Talk to you later. Subscribe down below. Visit our website. I'm going to try to have a tutorial on there, step by step, for preparing your game and stuff like that with just pictures. But this video will help you get started. So anyway, enjoy. Talk to you later.